Hello and welcome to another edition of the Audience Radio Show. I'm your host, Camilla, and over the next hour we are going to be counting down the chart as voted by you on the audience.co.nz. Checking out some new discovery tracks as well. They've been unearthed by our guest curators, and we'll also be chatting with talented newcomers Monax Possum and Tom Hollow. Let's start off the show today with audience curator Ricardo's pick. It's his discovery track for the week, and this is the Shanghai Pilots with a track called Coffee Girl. But first, FYI, band members Nut and Lee met at the Central Wellington Police Station after having a nice little brawl outside of the Welsh Dragon. So here they are with Coffee Girl. Shanghai Pilots there with Coffee Girl. That is curator Ricardo's discovery track of the week. Right, it's time to get stuck into this week's chart as voted by you. But first, do you remember what last week's number one was? It was Countess with a song called Play the Game. Let's have a listen.
I know what you want from me, it ain't hard to see. You sit there laughing, shuffling women frivolously. You play me like a pack of cards, you should be ashamed. I'm trying to call, but just...
Alright, let's get started. Number 10.
S.F.T. Wishing.
Number 9.
Killing Bear, Sea of Despair.
This week, number 8.
Flowers and keepsakes, everywhere.
Alright, let's get started. Number 10.
This week's number 10, Wishing by S.F.T.
Time to take a look at what audience curator Martin Pepperell has discovered this week from the website, theaudience.co.nz. Harry Maxwell is his choice, and the next song we're going to play is called Moments. But just a little bit of backstory. Harry has crafted his own genre, which he describes as space-age disco party. He comes from a beat and hip-hop background. Let's check out Moments and see what we think.
the trace of the tone in your head, bro. Make it so run away like a real pro. Most is illusion, I conquer confusion. I hear every single beat that I get. If you get what I'm saying, it's something for real. What I do is something not to ever forget. You listen, you did, and we play it sick. Not stuck in your head and all day you repeat. To paid, oh yeah, next day I said this is life as I planned it. Now, okay, something about you I do respect that. Until I'm out of my mind, and when I get mad, you've taken me somewhere to grabbing me, leaving me, passing me, throwing me, tossing me out. Take a breath, analyze, let me see. Tell all them all of this loud and clear. On the right track, yo, take a step back. Ooh, said the moonlight. Take a breath, analyze, let me see. Tell all them all of this loud and clear. On the right track, yo, take a step back. Ooh, said the moonlight. We don't care about what you want. Take it all, it's all for none. Run, run, we're not gonna run. Run, run, you can make us run. We don't care about what you say. Take it all, but we won't change. Run, run, we're not gonna run. Run, run, you can make us run. Run, run, not gonna run. We stay in the race, loud in this place, taking the time, walking with grace. Don't wanna ever just rush into things. You took the chance to take me on. I have the strength to push you on. Live a complete, time's up, homie. Go in infinity and beyond. Things that I've seen and the things that I've done. I watch all the pieces falling down. Never know how to believe in myself, but reading my mind's of every doubt. Things that I've seen and the things that I've done. I watch all the pieces rolling down. Never knew how to believe in myself, but I'm reading my mind of every doubt. Take a breath, analyze, let me see. Tell all them all of this loud and clear. On the right track, yo, take a step back. Ooh, said the moonlight. Take a breath, analyze, let me see. Tell all them all of this loud and clear. On the right track, yo, take a step back. Ooh, said the moonlight. We don't care about what you want. Take it all, it's all for none. Run, run, we're not gonna run. Run, run, you can make us run. We don't care about what you say. Take it all, but we won't change. Run, run, we're not gonna run. Run, run, you can make us run.
Joining us now is Possum, one half of a singer-MC duo, Auckland-based, almost world-famous, Monax and Possum. Hello, how are you?
I'm great. Going.
Oh, good, thank you. Now, you said that you were just finishing a lecture earlier on. What are you studying?
Well, I'm studying music, actually, at the University of Auckland, but my lecture just now was in French.
Was it?
Yes, which is not as glamorous as I thought it would be. It's a little bit of a challenge, but...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So do you speak much?
No, well, I'm kind of doing it as a beginner's class just because I had a couple of extra classes to fill, and I thought the idea of being able to speak French would be pretty cool, but actually learning it is a bit different. But, yeah, it's fun.
You can start rapping in French.
Well, yeah, that's the idea, actually. There's an artist I really like called The Weeknd, and he's from French Canada, and he sings in French and English, and it always sounds so gorgeous, so I thought it would be cool to be able to do that.
Oh, wow. Now, Possum, your name is definitely Possum. How was Mona given the moniker Monax?
Well, yeah, her name is Mona, and she has been rapping for a long time, and she was rapping with a Persian rapper because she's from Iran, and he kind of assigned her that name just to make it sound more street, so it put an X on the end. It's Monax is the name.
Oh, wow. A Persian rapper.
Yeah. She raps in Persian as well. She actually started rapping as a Persian rapper and then kind of switched to English more recently.
Amazing. So that do you use that much at all?
We haven't, the two of us, but she still does stuff, collaborations with people, singers and stuff who are from Iran, and they send stuff back and forward and features for their tracks. It's pretty cool.
That's amazing. So you guys met through your sister, is that right?
Yes, they were friends in at the beginning of high school, so I've known her for a long time.
Ah, right. And so how do you actually work together? Like, when did you start making beats together and decide who would do what? How does a collaboration come about between the two of you?
Well, I've always been doing stuff in sort of different genre of music with sort of rock music, punk music, whatever. And Mona wanted to enter the AUT Battle of the Bands last year, and because I was a singer, she was like, well, maybe we should start doing some stuff together. And she had beats that she was writing on, so I started writing with her, and we just realized that we just work really well together. We get each other, so it just naturally happened that way.
Wow. And so what led to you opening for David Dallas? Because that's quite a coveted support act.
Yeah, that was really exciting. Just one of the guys who was hosting the Battle of the Bands saw us, and he liked what we're doing. So he's been really helpful in just getting us shows every now and then, and he kind of put us up to open for David Dallas, which was awesome.
How cool is that? So you've been taken under a wing, so to speak.
Yeah. No, there's certain people out there who just are really supportive and helpful.
Well, there aren't very many artists around like you guys, a duo of girls singing,
Yeah, well,
emceeing.
I like that about that, especially in the Auckland scene, and just being able to be in hip-hop, and just Mona's so talented and so special. I just thought I should probably latch onto her. I love what she does, and she's very unique, and I can just see the way people respond to her. So
Wow.
working with her is really, really cool.
So how does your sound get figured out in a live set?
Sorry?
How does your sound get figured out in a live set? Like, how have you figured out how to perform live? Because sometimes it can be quite difficult, can't it?
It is, yeah. It's interesting. We usually just work with a DJ. We've worked with a few different DJs who will just play the sort of music for us, and then add a little bit of a live element to the music playing. But then other than that, it's just me and Mona. Occasionally we have a guitarist who plays with us as well to add a sort of more live element.
Oh, wow.
But that can be challenging as well.
Run and See Us Now. They're up on theaudience.co.nz. You're releasing an EP later this year. Will those songs make an appearance? Have you got lots on the EP, or just like a couple of songs, a few songs?
I think it'll be all new stuff on the EP. Mona's actually in the States at the moment, so we've kind of just started writing, but we're writing over oceans at the moment. So.
And who's your producer friend, Jimmy? He helped produce the EP, is that right?
Yeah, his beat name is Infinite Beats, and he is over in the United States, and he works with us on a couple of tracks producing beats for us. But yeah, we are looking to kind of work with more local beat makers in the coming months.
Awesome. And so how did you meet Jimmy? It sounds like you guys have got quite an infrastructure around you, and it spans oceans.
How do we know Jimmy? I think Mona just heard some of his stuff online and started talking to him, because we're always looking at what's kind of going on with different producers, people who are doing stuff that we could work with. And the internet's so great, you can easily just get in contact with people if you like what they're doing.
Yeah,
Build
it's
a
amazing.
relationship. So yeah, there's lots of people. We actually did a song with another rapper, and we've never met him before, but it's like we've got the whole song, and it sounds like we're all in the same place. But it's kind of good because it keeps things really professional, because you're not getting caught up in whatever relationship you have with the person. You're just sending your work back and forth.
Wow, yeah, that's an interesting. I've never thought about that before. But you're not in a room together, kind of nutting things out, are you? You're just doing it.
You don't.
In your own space.
The thing is, you don't really know this person, or you just have that relationship with them, which is what they're doing with their music.
It's probably a really good way to work, so that musicians don't get too involved, too much ego going on. Hey, that sounds awesome. So when can we maybe see you guys playing live, or what's next for you?
Well, I have to wait for Mona to get back, and she's sort of given me an indefinite period of time, and I don't really know what to do with myself without her, but she'll be back, I guess, in about a month from now, and then we're definitely going to start looking at playing some more shows. So.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Possum. You guys are ones to watch, and we look forward to seeing your career unfurl. Really exciting.
Awesome.
Okay, best of luck. Thank you.
Thanks.
There you go, Possum, who was one half of Monax and Possum.
See me now, yeah, still got the passion. motivation, still got the flow, just in slow in the making. Studying daily, next in the big thing. Real talk, nobody will be hating. Been the two so far, now start tasting the real thing. From now on, we gon' make it major. World recognition will be needed, maybe. Focused on the goal, determined to do anything. Got the more full blast, got people chasing. Steady on a pace and nothing on hold. Full power passing, make a dream lasting. Shooting off to another place that's pumping. LA it is, that's where it's happening. If you're not there, it's a hassle, eh? But we gon' take him on and we'll be passing it.
See us now, cause we gonna be everywhere. See us now, cause we'll be blowing up in here. See us now, cause I could be your everything. I could be your everything. I could be your everything. See us now, but we'll be getting out of here. To take the world by storm before you disappear. To understand that you can't be my everything. You can't be my everything. You can't be my everything.
Now picture this, when LAX, walking in the path, yeah, we'll be next. Riding a limo to the sunset, cruising in the valley with the best effects. Rest, too complex for us to think about who gon' fix. I feel what we do, oh yeah, and some gon' hate, but hate's a test. We'll be seeing Jimmy Kimmel on the Hollywood sign. We'll be seeing Snoop Dogg and Busta Rhymes, getting burgers, upsides the fries, basking in the boulevards. That's the life, we'll reach new heights, rhyme all day and rhyme all night. Might get tight, but that's alright, cause we on a ride that we gon' like.
So many years of comfort, years of ease, and I'm so grateful for everything this place has offered me. But I'm ready to have myself ripped apart piece by piece. Need a fresh taste like a California breeze, washing across my face. And when I think of leaving, something inside of me breaks. I can feel all my fears hanging off my arms like weights, but I know inside that we got something to say, and it's not going away. It's not going away. See us now, cause we gonna be everywhere. See us now, cause we'll be blowing up in here. See us now, cause I could be your everything. I could be your everything. I could be your everything. See us now, but we'll be getting out of here. To take the world by storm before you disappear. To understand that you can't be my everything. You can't be my everything. You can't be my everything. Blowing up in here. See us now, cause I could be your everything. I could be your everything. I could be your everything. See us now, but we'll be getting out of here. To take the world by storm before you disappear. To understand that you can't be my everything. You can't be my everything. You can't be my...
Number 7.
The Midnight Trips, Life Is.
I'm in love. I'm in love. Ooh. Party like you know it's good. Do it alright. Alright. Party like you know it's good.
Oh, are you kidding me? No, you can't. Number 6.
The No Problemos, Dryleaf.
From the bottomless pit, you wonder when I cry wolf. I tell you now, this is it.
Like the sun and the rain.
You voted. You've chosen it. New music, and here it comes. New music, number 5.
Monax Possum, Run Run.
Take a breath, analyze, let me see. Tell all them all of this loud and clear. On the right track, yo, take a step back. Ooh, said the moonlight.
Oh, are you kidding me? No, you can't. Number 6.
At number 6 this week, the No Problemos and Dryleaf.
Where Big Baby at? Watching live through an electronic electronic window, now freedom's your widow. Where's all the airflow left hanging on your Congo? Just me in the bong, yo, million-point combo, Tony Hawks. But when we party like a disco, 60 San Francisco, high like a sparrow, standing on its tiptoes, up and down like a yo-yo. Where's my head though? Maybe something to do with the substance. Still the bass is pumping, submerged in the subject. On topic, off topic. I know who I am, can't be something you ain't. This ain't a philosopher, ain't an officer, ain't no slave to the system. And I say, fuck university when there's a universe to see. Don't care what you say about me, cause I'm always gonna roll my trees. Always gonna go to see. Free state of mind, only doing it one time. We can't rewind, living in the moment. Yeah. And I say, damn, it feels good to see people up on it.
Shit done changed, like the sun and the rain. Gone tomorrow, but here today.
Yo, picture this, it's the 5th time shifted by the Babylon. We bring it back from many ventures I and I've been on. I cry wolf and take the blame if I be wrong. Before apostles like you trade me, auction going gone. And while it's going on, we chill like it's down to full. World power out to kill, mind space got to fill. It's drums without the fill is what you been buying. If they told you it was value, they were probably lying. Now people about to be crying when their investment take a hit. Phone restless delinquents simply spitting some shit. But you've been looking for the answer from the bottomless pit. You wonder when I cry wolf, I tell you now this is it.
Shit done changed, like the sun and the rain. Gone tomorrow, but here today.
Ravioli like back in 03, holy guacamole. We grown G way before our blue trees like blue cheese. We're melting, it's overwhelming, representing Welly Town, land of the long green cloud. And we proud of the best feeling. It's the ultimate demon, and it's really got me feeling when the no problems on the scene. And nothing like you ever seen, no. And you're buzzing like light, you let me hear you say funk here. The skunks here, we meditate like monks here. Scrolling blunts here like no one hears them. We're floating in the air now, freestyling and the party's getting wild. And I'm out of here. But shit done changed, shit done changed. The shit ain't changed. And shit don't change, the shit done changed. And change.
Shit done changed, like the sun and the rain. Gone tomorrow, but here today.
There you go. And we will be continuing on with the chart and counting down. Next up will be number 4. But right now, it's time to take a listen to Dean Campbell, a curator of theaudience.co.nz, his discovery track this week. Now, this next track is by Flowers and Keepsakes. It's a lovely little name. They're a duo, James and Tommy, who specialise in electronic and bass, but they have a deep love for house music as well. Here they are with their track Crazy Frog. Just kidding. Let's check out Everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man, looking for someone. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man, looking for someone. 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 I've been everywhere, man, looking for someone.
Time to catch up with one of our discovery artists, discovered by Saren Model for the audience.co.nz. Hi, Tom Hollow. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thanks.
Good. Hey, now, when did you start wanting to create music as a career? When did that feeling strike for you? Because you don't seem like you'd be that old. Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 21.
Wow.
And I guess the change came. I mean, I've always played music, so I picked up a guitar when I was about 9 and started singing when I was 13 and started writing songs around that age too.
Oh, wow.
And I guess it was kind of a high school thing, you know, you play in the bands and in rock quest and all those sort of Kiwi things that young guys in college grow up doing.
Yeah.
But I think in the last year, I've decided to kind of take it full-time. So I'm moving to the States in a month's time, and that's where it all starts, yeah.
Wow, so what is going to happen for you once you move to the States? What's your plan of attack? Because that's quite a bold move. You're not just going to Australia, you're going all the way to the States. Huge.
Yeah, so we were lucky enough, it was actually my whole family, we were lucky enough to win green cards in the lottery. So
wow.
we're making the move, which is kind of cool because I've got my family there with me. But yeah, I guess the first plan of attack is, I don't know actually, I've put a bit of thought into it and kind of just prepare as much as I can in terms of I've recorded an EP in the last year and just getting some material out there, and I guess advertising yourself in such a way that a label will want to sign you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm looking at doing as soon as I get there.
Wow.
So grabbing a manager and going from there, yeah.
Sounds like you've got a lot of ambition for it as well. And good that you'll have your family over. Whereabouts in the States are you going to be based?
We're going to start off in Utah, which is where we have a bit of family already, but I've got some friends in Colorado, and you just got to use who you know, so I'm going to head over there and see what happens.
Wow. Now you've got lots of romantic things. My Only One is your big released single, and that was released in January, followed closely by your self-titled EP last month. Tell us a bit about the writing process. It does seem very very romantic.
The writing process? Well, I guess that song came, My Only One. I wrote that when I was on tour 2 years ago, and we were in Blenheim at the time. And not sure why Blenheim relates at all to the writing of a romantic song. In fact, it probably doesn't. But that song, I guess, came from the idea of I look at a whole lot of people around me, and I guess myself in a way, of where I was a couple of years ago, and not taking relationships too seriously. And I think it's something we should take seriously because, I mean, there's this divorce rate out there at the moment that's huge, and I see kids hurting. When I was on tour, we were going into high schools, and I got to listen to quite a few kids' stories, and just seeing how many kids were actually hurting from parents who hadn't stuck together for whatever reason that was. And I guess that song looks at a girl that I see myself hopefully being with for the rest of my life. One that's confident and knows who she is. Yeah.
Wow. And so who's that's very thoughtful, isn't it? So who's involved in your live performance?
In my live performance, sorry?
Yeah. So who makes up your band? Do you have a band or just you?
I had a band. So we had a band called, originally I was in a band called the Silver Fox Project, and we toured alongside Excel School of Performing Arts, which we studied. There was two of us in the band at the time, me and a guy called Sam Tanner, and so we toured and we won a couple of competitions and did really well. For the amount of effort we put in, which wasn't much, we got a lot out of it, which was great. And I guess from there, I entered a competition with the Edge radio station, and it was the Titanium Boy Band. It ended up forming, and I got through to the final 10, and I got down to the last 7, and then they picked the other 6 boys, which is kind of funny, but it's great because it means I'm on my own journey now.
Yeah,
and I love writing, which I guess those boys don't get the opportunity to do a whole lot. So I'm very happy where I am, and I get a lot of creative control over what I'm doing. So I guess the band is me. So I write and record all of it, but I've had help from Sam Tanner, who is my producer, and he helps me record and stuff, yeah.
Wow, you've achieved a lot for a 21-year-old, and you're about to go on to bigger things. Best of luck moving to the States. That's really exciting.
Thank you, yeah.
And we'll be watching you and see how you develop. So right now, let's have a listen. This is My Only One, as discovered by Saren Model for theaudience.co.nz. Thank you so much, Tom Hollow, for chatting with us today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
There you go, Tom Hollow. Let's check it out.
You walk alone, dressed in a coat of confidence, and on your face you wear a smile of fearlessness. With each step comes a sense of knowing I could take the world on with you. When I've got you at my side, nothing could ever stop us. Biggest dreams inside, in you I will trust to stand by me each night. Through to morning light, hand in hand we'll fight. You are my only, you are my only one. Whoa. My only one. change my day from bad to good. A heart of fire and a passion greater than the world. And I see you moving mountains. We can move mountains. You are my only. You are my only one. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, 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 my only one. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, 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 my only one. My only one. Oh, yeah. I'm wait till I see you. I'm wait till I find you. I'm wait till I see you looking at me as you wait for your coffee. You are my only. You are my only one. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, oh, my only one. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, oh, my only one. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, my only one. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, my only one.
Tom Hollow with My Only One. That was Saren Model's Discovery track for the week, and of course we caught up with him as well. We'll be back in just a moment as we continue counting down the chart and we approach, number 1.
Okay, gang, number 4. Yeah, very cool.
RASELA, Summer Love.
It's the sun, it's the sand, it's the thrill of holding hands. It's that summer love again, that summer love again. It's the heat, it's the breeze, it's the sunlight through the trees. It's that summer love again, that summer love.
3.
Chess Countess. Play the game, rap mix.
What you want from me, it ain't hard to see. You sit there laughing, shuffling women frivolously. You play me like a pack of cards, you should be ashamed. I'm trying to call, but just
Do you need to go number 1s or number 2s? Number 2.
Christoph El Truento, Galaxy.
Number 1, baby. See you later.
Returning to the chart and taking the number 1 slot with Everything I Need, it's Gainsford, featuring Jayson Norris.
There's so much more to me now, you know me. There's so much more freedom now, you freed me. There's so much more love now, you love me. There's so much more to give now, you've given me everything.